Hello everyone, this is Anton, and today I'm going to talk about Obsidian Sync, which has recently been released in the 0.9.21 insider build. So it's not available for in the public release yet or for public access, but it is in the insider build, and pretty soon it should be available in the public release. So let's get into a little bit about what this Obsidian Sync is about, and maybe we'll go deeper into the details here. Now, Obsidian Sync is going to be a paid service, and it's going to offer end-to-end encryption. You're going to have selective sync and also some versioning. Let me switch into the actual detailed documentation here. Now they say Obsidian Sync is a premium service to sync notes between vaults on various devices. Now I think it's a little confusing when they call it a premium service because that kind of makes me think that there's a premium tier, but as I know, there is not a premium tier, quote unquote, specific that includes this, this service and other premium services. They do have it as add-on services, and you can get the publish or sync at certain prices. So if we go and look at this here, they have the different prices for, again, these add-on services, and sync comes in at, they have it at $4 at the time of this video, with lifetime early bird pricing here. And this is per month billed annually. If we look at what the monthly fee would be, let's see here, sync. The monthly fee it's saying here would be $5 a month. So you do get somewhat of a savings here. So if this is something that you want to use, you'd have to pay for it. I use OneDrive. I already pay for Microsoft Office, and it comes with OneDrive. But recently I've changed to Dropbox because I'm able to use Dropbox with one of the iOS applications, OneWriter. Now, getting back into the details of Obsidian Sync and how they're going to have it work here. Let me see, as I mentioned, it has end-to-end encryption. You're going to get version history here. You'll be able to view deleted files, and you'll have selective sync in here as well. You can exclude certain folders, and you can also exclude or toggle on different file types like images, audio, video, and PDFs. You can also sync between multiple remote vaults here. In the future, it looks like they're going to have some added functionality around vault sharing, and also sync the configurations if you desire to sync plugins and themes. To enable Obsidian Sync, you're going to need version 0.9.21 or higher. And basically you go into the core plugins area to enable this. It looks like when you're setting up your remote vault, basically you're going to go into settings, sync, and then you get to pick your vault. Let's say pick remote vault, choose, and then create new vault. So after you create it, you can immediately connect to the vault by clicking on the connect button. So you will have to set up your encryption password. Obsidian, they do not hold your password for you for this here. This is probably going to be one of the big draws to have end-to-end encryption for this application. Right now you have total control of your information as it's locally sitting on your laptop or desktop. And this just gives another piece of security where you can get the syncing functionality, but you're in control of your password, and everything's going to be encrypted, so Obsidian can't get to the data. But one of the caveats here is that you're going to have to make sure you have access to your password at all times and remember that password. Because if you forget it, as is stated here and highlighted, that they will not be able to restore your password or any of your data if you lose your password. So after connecting to the remote vault here, you can check on the status. This will be in the bottom status bar. Version history, you'll be able to get version history in it. And it says versions are saved approximately every 10 seconds here. And version history is only available for notes, not attachments. So one key thing to note there. Deleted files, you'll be able to view deleted files in the settings sync deleted files view. And also for your selective sync, it says here, selective sync will only apply to future changes. So if you start syncing your vault and you before you actually set up the filtering or the selective sync, all the data that has been synced will be ignored. So it will not delete anything after the fact. It just will not sync any of those files that you've told it not to sync after the fact, or from that point on, it will ignore those. So you can come in here and you can exclude, it's saying you can exclude folders here in the settings. You will be able to set the different file types. As we mentioned, you get end-to-end encryption. How many vaults can you have? So right here, you can only have 5 remote vaults. So if you need more than 5 remote vaults, then I'm not sure what they're probably going to offer here. If you have to pay, a separate yearly fee to get extra, and if so, how much that's going to be. Or if you're strictly limited per account, 5 remote vaults only. Let's go through here. It says at the moment, each remote vault can have up to 4 gigabytes of data. And this includes the version history as well. So not sure if this is going to impact a lot of people, being that you can only have 4 gigs of data. Typically the text files are very small in size, but if you have a lot of images and PDFs that has images in it, this 4 gigs might get used up fairly quickly. Is your data encrypted on the hard drive? So the answer to this is no, it's not. It says your data is still in plain text on the hard drive. If you wish to encrypt it from people who use your computer, you should look at disk encryption. So it's when they say end-to-end encryption here, it could be a little misleading. You might think that when you open up the application, everything from the application view, everything is seen as encrypted, but that is not the case. So the encryption is only happening once it leaves the computer. How long is the data kept after your subscription expires? It says that your data is kept for 1 month after your subscription expires. So you have a month to maybe get your data or renew your actual subscription without your data being automatically deleted. Can you use Obsidian Sync as a backup? And typical question here, or answer to this question, is going to be no. And here is the same. Syncing services are not really used for backup. If you want a backup, you need to kind of create those backups and have those backups offline. If you're constantly doing, a sync of your data, the data is always changing. It does have version history in here, but that's not, they're not counting that as a backup. And it even says here, with version history, it does provide some backup features. However, they still recommend having additional backup measures. So yes, you still will want to have your own backup solution where it's more of an offline type of backup and your data sitting outside of the Obsidian solution. See if there's anything else here. It does let you know that AES 256 encryption is used here, so that's good. And I think that is it on the help file. So myself, I use Dropbox as I mentioned. So I think for now, I'm going to stick with Dropbox and the syncing service. This is available right now in the Insider build, and it is an additional cost. So I don't see myself paying for it, at least right now, given the feature set and how they're presenting it now. Maybe if they did provide some kind of premium tier that included sync and also the publishing and maybe some other, add-on services, that might be worth it. But because I'm already paying for Dropbox and OneDrive and some of these other solutions, it just makes sense for me to go ahead and use those right now. This might actually be something that goes well with an Obsidian mobile app if that ever comes out. And I can see if there's an Obsidian mobile app having this type of syncing service integrated with the mobile app across different devices would probably be really useful. But right now there is no Obsidian mobile app for either Android, iOS, or any of their tablet versions. So I'm going to sit on this one for a while. So that's Obsidian Sync. Let me know if you plan on using this service, paying for this service to have yourself a remote vault, something that you can sync across different devices. I'd be interested to know if you're going to use that, or maybe you're already using some file sync service now. Let me know in the comments what that is. Okay, so that is it for this video. If you found the information helpful, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. And until the next time, have a good day.